The Audio Catholic Bible, the Book of Genesis. In the beginning, when God created the heavens and the earth had no form and was void. Darkness covered the deep, while the Spirit of God hovered over the waters. God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. God saw that the light was good, and he separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. There was evening and there was morning the first day. God said, "Let there be a dome between the waters, and let it separate them." So God made a dome and separated the waters below from the waters above it. And so it was. God called the dome sky. There was evening and there was morning the second day. God said, "Let the waters below the sky be gathered together in one place, and let dry land appear." And so it was. God called the dry land earth, and the waters gathered together he called seas. God saw that it was good. God said, "Let the earth burst forth with vegetation, seed-bearing plants and fruit trees, upon the earth that bear fruit with seed in it, each according to its kind." And so it was. The earth produced vegetation, plants bearing seed, each of its kind, and trees producing fruit which has seed in it, each of its own kind. God saw that it was good. There was evening and there was morning the third day. God said, "Let there be lights in the dome of the sky to separate day from night and to indicate festivals, days, and years. And let them be lights in the dome of the sky to shine on the earth." And so it was. God thus made two great lights, the greater light to govern the day, and the smaller light to govern the night. And God made the stars as well. God placed them in the dome of the sky to give light on the earth, to govern the day and the night, and to separate the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. There was evening and there was morning the fourth day. God said, "Let the waters swarm with an abundance of living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth, across the dome of the sky." God created the great monsters of the sea, and all creatures that move, and with which the waters teem, according to their kinds, and every kind of winged bird, each according to its kind. God saw that it was good. God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and increase in number. Fill the waters of the sea, and let the birds increase on the earth." There was evening and there was morning the fifth day. God said, "Let the earth bring forth every kind of living creatures, cattle, creatures that crawl along the ground, and wild animals of every kind." And so it was. God created every sort of wild animals, cattle, and every different thing that creeps along the ground. God saw that it was good. God said, "Let us make a man in our image, according to our likeness. Let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the birds of the sky, over the cattle, over all the wild animals, and over all living things that creep along the ground." So God created man in his image. In the image of God he created him. Male and female he created them. God blessed them and said to them, "Be fruitful and increase in number. Fill the earth and subdue it. have dominion over the fish of the sea and the birds of the sky and every living creature that moves on the ground. God said, I give you every seed-bearing plant which is on the face of all the earth, and every tree that bears fruit with seed. They will be your food. To every wild animal, to every bird of the sky, to everything that creeps along the ground, to everything that has the breath of life. I give every green plant for food. And so it was. God saw all that he had made, and indeed it was very good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the sixth day. That was the day the heavens and the earth were created in all their vast array. By the seventh day, the work God had done was completed, and he rested on the seventh day from all the work he had done, and God blessed the seventh day and made it holy, because on that day he rested from all the work he had done in his creation. These are the origins of the creation of the heavens and earth. On the day that God made the earth and the heavens, there was not yet on the earth any shrub of the fields, nor had any plant yet sprung up, for the Lord God had not made it rain on earth. And there was no man to till the earth, but water welled up from beneath the earth and watered all the surface of the ground. Then the Lord God formed man of dust drawn from the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living being. God planted a garden in Eden in the east, and there he placed man whom he had created. The Lord God caused to grow from the ground every kind of tree that is pleasing to see and good to eat, also the tree of life in the middle of the garden, and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. A river flowed from Eden to water the garden, and from there it divided to form four main streams. The name of the first river is Pishon. It is the one that flows around all the country of Havilah, where there is gold, and the gold of that country is good. Bdellium and onyx stone are found there. The name of the second river is Gihon. It is the one that flows around all the land of Cush. The name of the third river is Tigris. It is the one that flows to the east of Assyria. The fourth river is the Euphrates. The Lord God took the man and placed him in the Garden of Eden to till it and take care of it. Then the Lord God gave this command to the man: You may indeed eat of every tree in the garden, but of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil you shall not eat, for on the day you eat of it you are doomed to die. The Lord God said, It is not good for the man to be alone. I will give him a suitable companion. Then the Lord God formed out of the ground all the beasts of the field, and all the birds of the air, and brought them to Adam, to see what he would call them. And whatever Adam called every living creature, that was its name. So Adam gave names to all the cattle, the birds of the air, and to every beast of the field. But he did not find among them a companion suitable for himself. Then the Lord God caused a deep sleep to come over Adam, and he fell asleep. Then he took one of his ribs and filled its place with flesh. The rib which the Lord God had taken from Adam, he formed into a woman and brought her to the man. Adam then said, This at last is bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken from man. That is why a man leaves his father and mother, and becomes attached to his wife,